I produce art strictly for myself. The process of making pictures is a vital part of my life. If I just produce a piece and put it in a drawer and no one ever sees it, it would be perfectly fine with me. I love the reaction that people give to my work, but it's not why I produce work. I produce work because I have to. I don't have a choice. And then the fact that someone else enjoys it is sort of the cherry on the sundae. Once someone said that my work reminded them of a Japanese term, wabi-sabi, which is the beauty in decay and the acceptance of transience. And I like that. The fall and the winter are my favorite times in Colorado because everything kind of bleaches out and turns this beautiful beige color, and everything stands perfectly still. It's just crisp and frozen in time, and it's this perfect little shape and so sturdy. I try and stay away from pretty. Pretty's been done. I like the conflict between something that's beautiful and something that could be slightly painful too. You know, throughout history, the flower and the plant have been done 1.5 million times. I wanted to take them, instead of when they're on their way in, I wanted to take them on their way out and show them sort of in a different light. And that's why I've removed the color from my work, because I want to strip them down to their bare essence. So this is one of the places that I like to come for inspiration, near my studio. You get to see these pieces going through the full cycle of life. I've tried to use color in my work before, but I keep coming back to black and white, and I think it stems from my original love of photography and working in the darkroom. The ink resembles the edges of a daguerreotype or an old damaged daguerreotype, and I love that. I have that photographer sensibility in the back of my head that I'm trying to create a realistic interpretation. Working in the darkroom, it's kind of magic. Little magic pieces appear here and there. These big Chinese ink brushes make these big, beautiful swaths of ink. It's pretty fun thing to do as an artist, is make these really carefree, bold marks with something that's so black and deep and permanent. I think I'm drawn mostly to the most simple forms in shadow, and like, for example, here I'm only using 2 shapes really, a circle and a line. Later on, I'll add a little bit of depth by removing some of the ink once it's dry to create this spherical, very dimensional object. I'm always trying to create these wonderful layers to confuse, and that's why the process is so wonderful for me, because it's like I'm a kid. I can try new processes all the time. My dad had a quote by Henry David Thoreau on his desk, and it said, "Our life is frittered away by detail, simplify, simplify." Of course, when I was a kid, I didn't know what that meant, and the longer I live in this world, I really live by that, just the constant process of making art simply and living within the essence of simplicity.